Hello. I wanted to post a little video to highlight some of the important points in the syllabus on the first day of class. And an in-class or in-person class, usually you go through some of the finer points and important policies in the syllabus. So I wanted to post a video so that we could have the equivalent of that for our class. So as the previous video had said, on the course menu on the left side of our Blackboard page, up at the top, there's a syllabus tab. So if you click into that, the first thing you'll see is an academic calendar that has all the institutions, the first day of class, last day to withdraw, when is spring break, important information, when is exam week. That's on the Southeast website, but I also posted it here if it's easier for you to access. Under that, you'll see a file for the syllabus if you want to open that file and save it or print it out, or however you're keeping track of your documents for the course. But under that, I also copied and pasted the text in. For assignment sheets and important things like this, I will usually do both so that you have access to the information however you prefer. It is a little bit redundant, but if it's easier for folks, I'm happy to do it. So on the syllabus, when you open that up, you will see it's in three sections. There's the KCTCS information, the Southeast information, and then our class's specific information. And we'll go through this really quickly. At the end, if you have any questions, please go into the questions forum and create a thread, or email me, call me, see me during office hours. So there's our description, what we're supposed to do in this class. So this is academic writing. I prefer writing stories and writing poems, absolutely. And I love when I get to teach a creative writing class. This is the academic writing, so the essays. I completely understand if this isn't your most favorite thing in the world. I get it. My goal for the class is that by the end of the semester, writing is easier or more efficient or more effective for you. The types of skills that we're going to be going over and practicing and learning help you in your other classes, certainly, and can help you in your career, even careers where you don't write essays, but also for life in general. Processing information, thinking critically, and analyzing things. Being able to effectively construct an argument and consider people's counter arguments to what you're saying, all that can help us just in our daily lives and relationships. So it's a great class for those reasons. So it's a 3-credit-hour class. You had to have tested into this or completed the developmental, or you're in the current, the concurrent with like English 100 or RDG 185. If you're concerned that you're not supposed to be in this class, let me know and we'll look you up. There's our information for our division chair. That's Peggy Conklin. She's on the Whitesburg campus. If you need to get a hold of her, there's phone number and email. There's our ebook. Like the previous video had stated, this is an open access course, so everybody pays a fee and gets access to the ebook. Be aware that the ebook obviously runs on the internet. So if you have no internet at home or very spotty internet at home, it might be hard for you to access the ebook. If that's the case, certainly you have Wi-Fi and computer labs and things like that on campus. But if you want to get a print copy, for whatever reason, you can buy or rent one at our school bookstores. But you don't have to, because you already have access to the ebook if you want it. The student learning outcomes, this is the big picture kind of things that KCTCS wants us to accomplish. We're going to develop a thesis, use library search tools, etc. So you can look at those on the next page. Below that, going over onto page 3. I'm sorry, this file doesn't have page numbers on it. These are the competencies, the kind of life skills, goals that KCTCS sets for these general education classes, like knowledge of human cultures, personal and civic responsibility, ethical reasoning and action. So those are the things that we're trying to fit all of our assignments and readings into accomplish. There's our evaluation method. Our grading scale, a 90% will be an A, 80% will be a B, etc. So starting on page 4, we have the institutional policy statement. So these are what Southeast is saying. There's our classroom management policy, academic dishonesty and plagiarism. All of those you can find more specifically in the Code of Student Conduct if you want to click on that link and see what rules govern your time here. If you have a documented disability, deaf in one ear, you have dyslexia or dysgraphia or any other type of documented disability that you need accommodations for, here's the names and phone numbers for the people that you need to start with. They make sure to give me the paperwork that I need so that, I accommodate your disabilities however you need. But you have to start with them so they get me the instructions. General attendance, we don't have, in-person attendance because this is an online class. There's our emergency evacuation statement. Starfish is a student success advising program that Southeast has been using for about 2 years. If you get emails from Starfish, please pay attention to them. Your instructors can go in and raise kudos to say like, good job, good improvement, great test score, keep up the good work. But they can also raise flags. So you're missing assignments, you're struggling with attendance, you failed a big exam. They can raise these flags. So if you're struggling with late assignments in my class and struggling with late assignments in your chemistry class, obviously something's going on. One of our advisors can jump in and say, what's going on? How can we help to try to catch you before you fall through the crack? So if you see emails from Starfish, please pay attention to them. Page 5, we see the withdrawal policy. Supplemental instruction is if you need tutoring. That opens up the door for a tutoring requirement. Safety and security. ID badges, if you're on campus, are required at all times. This is something we started about 1.5 years ago. If you need an ID, make sure to get up to the library and get one of those. You need to have it on you at all times. Our non-discrimination statement is fantastic. So KCTCS, this is their non-discrimination statement. It's an equal educational and employment opportunity institution, does not discriminate on the basis of race, religion, color, sex, gender identity, gender presentation, national origin, age, disability, family medical history, or genetic information. Further, we vigilantly prevent discrimination based on sexual orientation, parental status, marital status, political affiliation, military service, or any other non-merit-based factor. That is fantastic. Especially in a lot of these ways, people aren't protected by federal laws or the state. Like people in the LGBT community, there is no federal protections. There are no state protections. So at least KCTCS is promising to protect you. If you feel, based on any of these factors or anything else, you feel you're being discriminated against or being treated unfairly, please know that I'm a safe place. You can call me, email me, come see me in my office. And every other employee on Southeast and KCTCS campuses across the state agree to protect you based on these factors. So let us know if you need any help. The addendum information is the stuff for our particular class. So there's our course number. It is online. It's asynchronous, so we don't have to all log on in the same time. There's my name. My office is on the Cumberland campus, and there's my office hours. I am on campus 5 days a week. I'm here before and after these hours quite often, so if you need any an appointment but you can't fit into one of these time frames, I'm happy to make an appointment. We can call on the phone, we can email, we can chat, we can set up a Skype if you can't come to campus. It is my job and my joy to help you pass this class, but I'm not psychic, so I can't help you unless you ask. And don't apologize for asking. This is literally my job to help you with this, and I'm happy to do it. There's my phone number and email. Our course requirements. Participation in class discussion and activities for the online class is assessed through blog responses and things like that. Our grading criteria, you can see we're going to do 3 essays, we're going to do blogs, we're going to have other assignments, we're going to do quizzes, and you can see how that breaks down. Late work policy, for our blog posts, I don't accept those late. Because they're 10 points out of 1,000. Missing a blog post is not going to make or break your grade, and you also will have a ability to to get some extra credit blog posts as we go through. But if it's something like your essay, your kid's been sick with the flu and you're not going to be able to get this done on time and you want to request an extension, your work will lose points for being late. Obviously, that's only fair to the people who have it done on time. But I'm usually happy to accommodate. I understand that life doesn't stop just because you're in school. The written work makeup policy, there's the information for how to turn in your essay, how to do your file name. I will post more specific instructions as we get close to turning in our first assignments. The same with our blog posts. There'll be an announcement very specific about that. And then there on page 8, technological resources and requirements. This is online. If you don't know how to get around a word processing program like Microsoft Word, or you're really underdeveloped in computer skills or whatever, I highly recommend you do not take this class online. This should be for people who are comfortable with computers and learning this way, being self-directed. If you need that kind of one-on-one, or you feel that being on the computer is intimidating, you're not comfortable navigating the internet, I really recommend that you take this class in person and not as an online class. Confidentiality, FERPA, are the Federal Student Confidentiality Laws. I can't discuss your information. Like if your mom calls wanting to know why you're failing, I can't discuss the class with her. It's just with you and people who need to know at the college. So your privacy is protected in that way. Academic honesty and plagiarism, I won't tolerate it. Our campuses now are tobacco-free. That includes vaping, which isn't even tobacco anymore, and chewing tobacco. So you're not allowed to use those on campuses unless you're in your car. And then finally, the last page there is it's a respectful environment. It is great if we disagree on things. But we will disagree like civil adults. We will not resort to many of the things that our politicians and people in our community do, where they resort to name calling and logical fallacies and things like that. You can only email me through KCTCS. If hotcakes77@yahoo.com emails me asking about your grade, I don't know who hotcakes77 is, so I can't respond to them. So if you need to email me, please do so through the Southeast email. And there's our module assignment sheets that are posted in the module folders. Please follow them. And if the college closes because there's a snow day or power outage or something, they don't apply to us in the online class. So even if the college is closed for 2 days for a blizzard, our class keeps on ticking. So make sure to ask me any questions that you have, and I'm happy to answer them. Thank you.